Yeah, I was just about to go to sleep and I realised I hadn't done my video for today, so that's what I'm doing now. Um, where do I start? Got up this morning and had to just basically get ready to go out to get dropped to the tube by my mum, who was on the way to church. I had a quick cursory glance at the newspapers and checked the news pages in the news and sport. You can't really call it news, it's the Daily Mirror or the Sunday Mirror. Crap, so banal, so vacuous is the entries into that. It can't be called a newspaper, it's more like a comic. A sports pages, not particularly interesting. I'd seen most of the news via the sites and TV the previous day, so didn't need to get much from that. Then what else can I tell you? Then I got on the tube, played Spotify, listened to music on Spotify, went through on the Victoria line and realised that I had internet, and then remembered that I'd seen an article about the internet being available, soon to be available on the underground, and that was interesting. But seeing as I was travelling through, it's only in the stations and not actually only in the on the platforms and not on the trains specifically or in the tunnels. So it's not very usable unless you're stuck waiting for a train. Got home, did some work with a colleague, working on a treatment for a commercial idea. Then watched the tennis, Nadal versus Djokovic. That wasn't concluded because of the rain in Paris. Don't know if you can hear this, but I've got plenty of it here. Apparently have it all week. And what else can I tell you? After watching the tennis, I think I did some photoshopping work because I've got a website that a fairly new website, but it constantly needs updating, especially at this stage, where it needs a little more content. Well, you always need more content. So did some photoshopping and some selecting of new images. I also did a little bit of work for a proposal for a job that I'm trying to get next week, a photo job, shooting a catalogue. So I had to put some pictures together for that. What did I do? Then I just chilled, I think. No, I watched a little football. I watched some Euro 2012, Spain versus Italy. Gosh, the football's so boring at the moment. I don't know what it is, but it's just not very exciting. None of the games are enthralling. I belched then. I'm really sorry, but it's all natural stuff going on here. Had a phone conversation with a girl that I really fancy. That's. I thought I'd tell you that. Didn't have to tell you that. Very early days. She's off to Austria or not Austria. Austria, yeah, I think she's off to Austria. Yes, Basel, for an art show there. Try and drum up some business in her field. I will see her on Sunday or next Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Get myself in shape for that. Then I watched on BBC iPlayer a couple of programs I watched. Firstly, Episode with Tasmin Grigg, and I can't remember the actor's name, and the guy who plays Joey from Friends. He's in it. Very funny, quite a funny program, quite subtle comedy. And then I watched Casualty just to wind down. And I started to watch a film called The Wrath of the Titans. It's just boring. I got about 10 minutes in and was bored. It doesn't take a lot to make me bored these days. It has to be very, very good viewing. Started to watch a documentary called Snow something. I can't remember. again, something, it kind of sounds interesting. It sounded like a bit of a reality, a real doco where someone has stolen a camera from a middle class, bunch of yuppie kids who go into a kind of rundown hood trying to score drugs, and they get jacked. Basically, they get jacked and get their money nicked and the camera nicked off them, and it looks like it's real. It really does look like it's real. So if it's been staged anyway, then they've done an exceptional job, because it looks real and very ad hoc. And it is somewhere in Georgia, America, where this has taken place. And but it was a little too ragged for me, and perhaps my attention getting on late at night wasn't what it could have been. So I didn't. I've just kind of put that on pause. Watch that online on a site called One Channel CR, Chinese Channel CH, sorry, where you can see films and all sorts of file sharing. Probably somewhat illegal, but well, if it's on, I'll watch it. And that's about it today. No, I really late on. I had a quick look at M Guardian on the phone, just a very quick cursory look, but I'd already got most of the news via the other platforms, so I just scrolled quickly through and wasn't grabbed by anything, so I didn't look at anything. This won't be in my notes because I made my notes before doing so, before going through the M Guardian site. Alright, signing off. Speak to you tomorrow.